back. We're going to go through your getting started training. We're going to do the extended version to give you guys, the nuts and bolts on how to make that first 500 to 1,000 back, get you guys to Rising Star as quickly as we can. So first of all, congratulations for choosing to come aboard as a promoter. Give a little high five to your neighbor and congratulate them. Tell them welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. No doubt, you guys have chosen, the greatest business vehicle out there for the average person to create an income stream, for. Whether that's part-time or spare time, $500, $5,000, this is the best company to do it with, not only because of everything we have to offer for you, but also with what we're doing with creating those transformations. The way those two things are aligned together, kind of creates the perfect storm, if you will. And before we get started, I want to remind everyone, if you think about the slide that we talked about earlier on the VET slide of the presentation, where VET talked about that mindset, skill set, leadership, we're going to talk a little bit about mindset, and then we're going to talk a little bit about skill set today. Now, I want to start with mindset. We got to set your mind correctly and create the correct expectations before we can set you off. First things first, you're an entrepreneur. You now just started a business. If you've never started one before, this is going to be a new thing. As an entrepreneur, this means there's nobody there to tell you what to do and when to do it. Now, we're going to give you instruction. We're going to give you direction. We're going to give you a system. But we can't do the work for you. You're not, and it's not one of those things where you're like, well, I'm going to do it because my boss said so. I'm going to do it because I have to this hour. You got to have an internal drive that makes you want to go do it. Now, here's the key: even when you don't want to. An entrepreneur is successful because they do the things that they're supposed to do, even when they don't want to. Now, you've got to find out something. You've got to figure out something that's going to be powerful enough to move you into action even when you don't feel like moving. Now, for me, when I first got started in this industry, we call it a reason why. A reason why to take action. A reason why not to quit. A reason why that when you had a bad day at work, and that your kids are being bad, and the house is a mess, and there's traffic and rain and all the piled up things that you don't want to happen in a day, a reason why to go and do your business and build your business that day anyways. I can't give you that reason. You've got to have that reason. When I was 18, when I started in this industry, my reason was simple. I had a major fear of mediocrity. So every day I'd wake up and go, do I want to have that lifestyle? Do I want to have those finances? Do I want to have 2 weeks vacation only the rest of my life? Or do I want to have, and the answer was no, 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 no. And I would just go do it. I didn't need a babysitter. I didn't need somebody to check up on me. I needed someone to mentor me. I liked a little bit of accountability. I needed a system. But I didn't need, a babysitter to make me go do it. So you're an entrepreneur. You got to figure out what it is that's going to inspire you. How many of you guys have something in your life that inspires you to take action, right? Is it your kids? Is it your spouse? It doesn't have to be positive either. It could be a negative thing. Maybe you're 2 months from losing your house and you better get to work. That's a powerful reason why. Maybe you're just so tired of making less money than, taking directions from someone who's not as smart as you, and working harder than somebody that you have to report to every day. And you're just like, I don't want to report to that person anymore. AKA, I want to fire my what? Boss. Anyone out there want to fire their boss someday, right? So maybe that's it. I can't pick it for you. You've got to pick it for yourself, right? You've got to pick it for yourself. All I can tell you guys that entrepreneurs are self-starters. Entrepreneurs are self-starters. Entrepreneurs, they value what's possible more than they value the status quo. They value risk. They value the opportunity more than they value, just normalcy, right? So I want to give you guys some expectations here, because this is what you're up against if you're going to go out there and make this happen. You're up against yourself. You're up against yourself, right? So you're going to need some goals. You're going to need some goals. I think a good goal is how fast do you want to make that $500 to $1,000 back. If I give you a hint, I would throw it out there at no more than 60 days, at least 30 days, But if you want to make 2x or 3x, you might throw that thing at 14 or 7 days. So what's your goal for Rising Star Director? I'm going to tell you how to do it in a moment, but how fast do you want to make your money back? The how part doesn't matter if there's a reason why to do it. That's a really important statement. How to do it is less important than why to do it. How to do it is less important than why to do it. Okay, so if you're like, look, I want to make 2x my money back because I got to make sure the money's back in the account and pay off the credit card before my husband finds out. That's a powerful why, right? That'll get you going. That's why you need to get it done in your first week, you know. Second goal, I think a great goal is, when do you want to qualify for that BMW? Meaning, when do you want to get yourself to regional director, make an extra $1,500 to $2,000 a month? Is it a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 30 days? I will tell you that if you have some skill set, you have an insane work ethic, and you have a decent network, you absolutely can do it in 30 days or less. If you have any one of those three, skill set, a good network, or you're just all-out work ethic, you can do it in 90 days, just off pure work ethic alone. And then lastly, when is it that you want to get to a point in your income, and it's different for all of you, could be $3,000, could be $8,000, could be $12,000 a month, where you get to have real options in your life from a time perspective, where you could be a full-time entrepreneur if that's ever what you wanted to be. So these are all things you should have already written down, on the document here or on the piece of paper. And for those of you guys that are watching this, you're going to want to go to gst.buy.com and make sure that you have the Getting Started training document, because we're going to go through it right now. Go to gst.buy.com and download this document. So the Getting Started training is all about getting you to Rising Star in 7 days or less. How many days or less? 7. The company's going to give you 60 max, 30's easier. We'll talk about it in a moment, but I'm going to teach you how to do it in 7. Before we go into that, we're going to talk about some challenge goals. Meaning, if you're going to be successful promoting a challenge, you better be on it. Right? You can't be, a challenge is not something you sell in a box. You can't walk people, hey, would you like to buy some challenge? I've got some challenge in my trunk. Would you like some? The challenge is something that you do and you invite people to do with you. You invite them to do it, what? With you. Turn to the person next to say, hey, do this with me. Turn to the other person next to say, hey, I'm doing this with you. Let them know. Let them know. So the first thing you want to know is you got to join a challenge group. If you're brand new tonight, you're going to attend one of your upline Rising Star directors, regional directors. You're going to attend one of their challenge groups, depending on your level of interest of what activities you like. So before you go, which challenge group are you going to join? Just, find the people that align in your activity model and join their challenge group. Second thing, we got to set a Project 10 goal. Are you trying to build muscle mass? Are you trying to lose weight? You trying to lose it? You trying to build it? Just check the one that you're trying to do. If you're trying to lose it, throw up your hand real quick. Trying to lose it? Anyone throw up? Okay, very good. If you're trying to build it, throw up your hand real quick. That's about right. That's about right. It should be about 2/3, 1/3. It should be about 2/3, 1/3. Lose it to build it. What's your 90-day goal? I would make sure you write your start date down today. What's your 90-day goal? Because in 90 days, we're going to be celebrating you. But what is it 90 days from now? 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds, 10% body fat you want to lose, 5% body fat. You want to be able to add 5 pounds of muscle mass and be ripped. You want to see a six-pack. What's a 90-day goal? Go ahead and write that in. Take a second, turn to the person next to you, share with them what your 90-day goal is, and get theirs. You got 60 seconds, ready, go. And then lastly, what is your annual goal? People that stay with us for a year, we call them Vi-Lifers, right? And what is your annual goal? Where do you want to see your body a year from now? Not your finances, that's a different thing. Where do you want to see your body a year from now? We want to help you become a Vi-Lifer. We want to see you guys get all the rewards and discounts and all the things that they get for being with us for 12 straight months. Okay? Now I'm going to give you guys some tips. If you're starting a business that has to do with transformations, you now get paid to eat right. You now get paid to exercise. And that's a different filter, right? That's a different filter. You get paid to make healthy choices in your life. So next time, when you're deciding, should I make that turn into that fast food place, just say to yourself, how much is this going to cost me right here? Not in money for food, but how much is it going to cost me in my business, right? So not only is it the right thing to do for your body to eat right and make healthy choices, but it's the right thing to do for your what? Business. It's the right thing to do for your business. I want to also tell you guys, take all the products, right? A challenge kit is only going to have some of the products, and that's, you can get that challenge kit for free, etc. And you can also, when you get it for free, redeem those points for other products, right? If you haven't tried one of our energy drinks, try one of the energy drinks. If you haven't tried one of our Vibite snacks, maybe get the Vibite snacks. But I want you guys to have your hand in everything that we offer and at least try it. Why? Because when somebody else asks you, are these good? Do you like these? What do these taste like? You want to at least have an answer for them. So make sure that you use all the products. Last piece on this section, I would call it a pro tip. Pro tip is go to your app store and download Challenge Mobile. Okay? Challenge Mobile is the place that, first of all, you're going to upload your Project 10 video to. You can't get the t-shirt, and you can't sponsor a kid for 90 days. You can't even be you're not even recognized as somebody in Project 10 until you upload that first video. You'll upload it on the app right there. And then you'll track your 90-day journey on that app as well. So every time that you drink, you make your shake, every time that you work out, every time you do anything, post it to your challenge timeline right through Challenge Mobile. Okay, let's move to the right side of the piece of paper there. Let's talk about this rising star thing, right? Let's talk about making your money back as quickly as we can. Here's why getting you to Rising Star in 60 days max. We're going to definitely show you how to do it in 30, but I want to make sure you make the most amount of money back. Try to get it done in 7. Here's why Rising Star is so important. A Rising Star gets access to the Lifetime Challenge bonus. And the Lifetime Challenge bonus is the most lucrative aspect of our compensation plan. This is an opportunity to get a match of the residual income of everyone that you enroll for life. So you guys remember that example of 3 who show 3, that example? That's a residual income example. If you want to get a percentage match on somebody's residual income for life that you personally enroll, you must go Rising Star. Now, here's how it works. You can do it in 60 days by referring 3 promoters and having a total of 3,000 in volume, or you can do it the easy way, do it in 30 days, and have a total of 2,000 in volume. Which one sounds easier, 3,000 or 2,000? 2,000. So focus on 30 at the max. Will unlock your Lifetime Challenge bonus. But if you want to make, double your money back or more, get it done in that first week or get it done in that second week. You're going to go start with an executive or star. If you didn't start with one, upgrade. Okay, upgrade. Go refer 3 executives or 3 stars. You're going to have that money back. You're going to get in the pool. If you do it in a month, you're going to get single shares. If you do it in in your second week, you're going to get double points. If you do it in your first week, you're going to get triple points. Now, a week is a weekly pay cycle, meaning no matter what day it is now, you have between today until Thursday midnight of the following week. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday to get your first 3 for triple points, the following Thursday after that for double points, so on and so forth, okay? Now, we're also going to focus you on getting your first 3 customers. And you can get in the customer pool too. When you get those 3 customers, if they total 500 in sales, hey, you're going to get a customer check as well. But you'll also, if it's the same kit as yours or higher, you'll also get your product for what? Fantastic. Turn to the person next to you and give them your goal for how fast that you're going to get Rising Star done. How fast are you going to get Rising Star done? Let them know. 30 days, 60 days, 7 days? What? As you guys heard in the presentation, we have 10 ways that we pay, right? You've now heard of a couple of them. I just want to talk philosophically about the fact that there's monthly income and there's weekly income. There's monthly income and there's weekly income. Now, when you first get started with us, the grand majority of the income that you're going to earn is going to be weekly income because you're out there making stuff happen. It's your production, your referrals, your signups, and that's going to be paid to you weekly, right? But as you start to build a team, which will take longer, it's going to take longer to build and develop a team that goes out there and does what you do. Then you're going to have something called residual income that will start kicking in. That's the ability to get paid over and over and over again for doing something once. Does anybody know another word for that? Smarts. It's called smarts. If you get paid for something, but you were right. It was a trick question. So, royalty income, residual income, it's called smarts. Doing something once and getting paid over and over again. Because as the customers ship over and over again, they're showing up to their challenge groups, they're ordering more products, they're showing up to the challenge groups, they're trying more products, and they're ordering them, and they're shipping over and over and over again. You're getting paid over and over and over again for doing something how many times? Once. How many of you guys like the idea of residual income? Anybody like that idea? I love that idea. So let's go through the 5 action steps to go get this accomplished. Action step number 1 is we need to set a schedule for you. Right? You got to know what it is that, we're shooting for. So we got to put some things in a schedule. The first thing we need to put in your schedule is we need to put a challenge party. This is going to be a get together in your home, your living room, for your exposure to the people you know. Now you can bring people to challenge groups like we talked about earlier, but more than likely they're not going to sign up with an executive or a star promoter system because you brought them to run around the block, right? So when you first get started, your goal is to get Rising Star done. We've got to get you to Rising Star. And the easiest way to expose them to both halves of what we do, the challenge and the strategy overview, is to get them together in your living room inside of your first 7 days. So we're going to invite over as many folks as we can, but this is just like anything else you've ever done. There's a list of people that you've invited over for a birthday party, for a Super Bowl party, for a New Year's Eve party, or whatever. That's the same. They know where you live. They know where your living room is. That they're comfortable in your house. And the reason why we choose your house is because they're more likely to show up there than they are a strange hotel, or a strange conference room, or random, a stranger's house. So we invite them to your living room because it's a comfortable spot. Now, this is a quick 60-minute thing. This isn't a multi-hour thing. It's maximum 60 minutes. They come over, they try a shake, they try some crunch, whatever else you want to sample to them. They watch a quick video. If all they want to do is be a customer, at that point, you'll stop, sign them up as a customer, they'll go on their way, you invite them to a challenge group. If they're interested in making money, they'll stick around, they'll watch the second half of the video. So they'll decide how long they want to stay, they'll decide how much they want to go through, okay? What I need you to do, though, I need you to secure a date, because this is your first commitment. If you're going to spend $1,000 with us, make the first commitment. Secure a date, write it in now. Between today and 7 days from now, give me 1 hour for your challenge party. Go ahead and write it in there. What's the day and what's the time of your challenge party? Lock it in. Now, while you're locking it in, go ahead, on the count of 3, yell out the day of the week that you're going to have that challenge party. 1, 2, 3, go. Sunday. Perfect. All of those are the right answer. A quick pro tip about your challenge party is you want to go to party.vi.com to learn how to run your challenge party. It's a quick video. It talks about how you do it before, during, and after, but the whole process is relatively intuitive, and it's not that complicated. You'll get it down easy. Now, there's a million excuses why not to throw a challenge party. And we've heard all of them, right? Oh, well, my house is a mess. Let me remind you, these are your cousins, that's your sister, that's your family. They know you're a dirtball already. Have a challenge party. Well, you don't understand, I got a small living room. Fantastic. You'll have 7 people there. They'll be sitting there like this, and they're going to go, everybody's doing this. This place is packed out. Just have the challenge party, right? Because the goal is not to be in your living room every week. The goal is to get out of your living room and into what? Their living room. And then to get into your challenge group and then get into their challenge group, right? The whole thing is about reproduction. Do it yourself, then teach others. Do it yourself, then teach others. If you want to, you might have a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th challenge party based on how many people showed up and how many people couldn't come, but you get the picture. The second thing you're going to set in your schedule is a challenge hour. A challenge hour needs to be scheduled sometime in the next 24 to 48. When do you have 60 minutes in the next 24 to 48 hours to sit down with your Rising Star director or above to help you follow up and invite with everybody that you're reaching out to? They're going to help you through the process. This is your first day on the job. This is the first 60 minutes. It's the first day on the job. It's going to be following up, inviting people to your challenge party. We need that hour booked. If we don't have writing in these 2 boxes, you pretty much haven't started your business. All you did was buy a box of stuff that's going to sit in a closet somewhere, and then you're going to blame someone else other than yourself as to why it didn't work. If you want this to work, these 2 boxes got to have dates in them. So write down right now when you're going to have your first challenge hour, 60 minutes, getting together with the person that's getting you started so they can set you on your way. Okay, let's move on to step 2, which is accepting the challenge. You need to make your announcement to the world that you're accepting the challenge. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can do it with a photo or you can do it with a video. For those of you guys that have no problem saying a couple quick sentences in front of a cell phone, do a video. For those of you guys that have, a fear of that, just take a photo. Grab a marker and write challenge accepted, hold up the piece of paper, snap a photo. You'll know why in a second. For those of you guys that are a little bit more advanced, you're going to shoot a video. And then here's what you're going to say on the video. Just be totally normal and just say these words. I was just challenged by whoever challenged you to lose weight or gain muscle mass with Project 10. I accepted the challenge, and now I need 3 people to do it with me. Hey, I was just challenged by Jimmy to gain some muscle mass with Project 10. I accept your challenge, Jimmy. I need 3 people to do it with me. That's the video, right? So you're going to now be sending this out there so you can find your how many? 3. So you can find your how many? 3. It might sound like this. Hey everyone, I was just challenged by my good friend Skip. So for those of you guys that know how to talk, be normal, right? Hey, it might be like, hey everyone, my co-worker Skip, good friend of mine, he just challenged me to lose 10 pounds. I accept your challenge, Skip, and you know what? I need 3 of you guys to go do this with me. So you have to sit there and read a piece of paper, right? I was challenged by this person to lose weight or gain weight. I accept it. I need 3 to do it with me, right? Basic stuff. You can try it a couple times. It doesn't work the first time, but have a little fun with it. Be normal because this is going to be sent to people that you know. We're going to shoot this out to people that you know because you're trying to find your how many? 3. You're trying to find your how many? 3. Fantastic. Now I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. A pro tip on that one is add your upline in the picture or the video with you if you can. Meaning if they live in another area, no big deal, you can't put them in it. But if they live in the area with it, put them in there with you. The reason why is that person is going to be working with you in phone calls. That person is going to be working with you at your challenge party, at your challenge groups. So the quicker that you can introduce them to the people you know, the better. So it's a really simple tip that I think is effective that you guys can make happen. Go ahead and flip the sheet of paper over. We're going to go to step 3. Okay, we've set a schedule. You got a challenge party, you got a challenge hour, you've accepted the challenge, now you got to start challenging others. Now we got to get the word out there. Now we got to start, spending some time sharing the information. There is 4 ways that I can see that you're going to challenge others. Facebook or other forms of social media. I'm not going to go over all of them because everyone's different, but pretty much everybody has a Facebook. Please raise your hand if you do have a Facebook account. Yes, you're a part of those 19 billion people that have a Facebook account. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to text it out. And we're going to talk about what you're going to say in a moment. Third thing is you might have the conversation over the phone with people. Fourth thing is you might see people in person and bring it up. You're going to need to be able to say this over the phone in person or be able to type it. You're going to need to do all 4 because as we go through life, all 4 things are happening. So here's what you're going to say in your text. It'll actually be identical to the video. It's the same thing. Okay, you're going to say, I was just challenged by Skip to build some muscle with Project 10. I accept the challenge, and now I need 3 people to do it with me. Here's the key sentence you're going to add. I need you to look at this right away. You're going to put your website in there. The moment you sign up, it's going to trigger a website to you. If you want to start marketing before that point, no problem. There's a website right below that says results.buy.com. That's the same website as your website. So it's not going to be any different looking, right? Until you get yours set up and you put your picture on it, etc. So it all depends on how fast you want to go. But what I want you to do, when we wrap up tonight, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to snap that photo or that video. You're going to accept the challenge. And then you're immediately going to upload it to Facebook with these words right here. Post the results.buy website or your website if you're already enrolled. Then you're going to copy those words and paste them into text messages and send out your picture or your video via text. And just send. I would tell you that you need a minimum, and I mean minimum of 25 people that you're challenging. Minimum. Send, 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 send. How many people do you guys have in your cell phone? Yell out a couple numbers. 300, thousands, 200, 800. Like it's crazy nowadays, right? That's our new database, right? Our cell phone is our new database. So you're going to just challenge as many people as you can, and just all they're going to see is that picture and these words, that video and these words. But the point is to have them watch the video and then to go to your website. The point is for them to watch the video and then to go to your website. That is what you're trying to get them to do. That's the action that you're trying to get them to take. Because everything we do, there's a reason why. And the reason for sending this is to get them to look at your website. On your website, they're going to see a 3-minute video. Half of it's going to be about the challenge. Half of it's going to be about the business. Then they're going to see hundreds of before and after pictures of real people with real results. Below that, so they can scroll through and go, wow, I guess this is really working in people's lives. Okay? Now, when you see somebody in person, you just got to learn how to say the same thing in person. If you're talking to somebody on the phone, you just got to learn how to say the same thing on the phone. You got to be able to say, hey, listen, when you run into somebody at work, let's say you run into somebody at work tomorrow, and you haven't texted them yet, right? So they haven't seen your video. And they're like, what's new? Oh, I'll tell you what's new. I just got challenged by, my buddy Skip to lose weight with Project 10. I accepted his challenge, and now I got to find 3 people to do it with me. I need you to look at this. Hang on, let me write down the website for you. Can you look at this for me? How many guys can do this? Please raise your hand if you think you can do this. I know you can do this, right? I know you can do this. If you're on the phone, same thing. Maybe your cousin calls you out of the blue. You didn't text him yet, the video, so it's a new conversation. You're going to pick up the phone, and you're going to call him, and you're going to say, you're going to pick up the phone, and he calls you, and he's going to say, what's new? That's when somebody says, what's new, that's the easiest way to enter in the conversation. Oh, I'll tell you what's new. My cousin Jimmy, he just challenged me to lose weight with this company called Project 10. I said, all right, man, let's do it. I accept your challenge. I need 3 people to do it with me. You got to look at this. I need you to look at this. Grab a pen. I'm going to give you a website. And then after we get done talking, you can look at it. And then just go into your normal conversation. What I can tell you, though, no matter what you do, if you Facebook it, text it out, call people in person, no matter what you do, your job is not to sit there and explain everything that you can think of. That's not your job. Your job is to be a traffic cop. A traffic cop, they wave people through, and they wave people through, and they wave people through. They don't stop every car, stick their head in, and ask them if they need directions to where they're going. All your job is to say, look at the website, look at the website, look at the website, look at the website. That's what your job is. So when you're challenging others, take the pressure off yourself and go, oh, I don't need to know everything. I don't have to answer every question. My job is just to send them to the website. In a moment, I'm going to show you where you're going to send them from there. But at the end of the day, your role right now is to be a traffic cop and send people the next step, send people the next step, send people the next step. And guess what, guys? There's going to be people that tell you, I don't want to look at your website. I'm not interested. I don't want to lose weight, even before they look at the website. I don't want to be one of your 3. Is that okay? It's absolutely okay. Who cares if they don't want to lose weight right now? Who cares if they don't want to gain muscle right now? It's not a big deal. Don't take it personally. We're going to talk a lot about this in just a second. Let me give you a pro tip for challenging others. We went out there and put as much data behind. We went out there and tracked as much data as we could to be able to give somebody a blueprint of how to qualify for their car quickly. Here's what we found out. You want to qualify for your car quickly? Go challenge 150 people. I'm going to translate this to you. If I told you if you followed this system, you challenged 150 people and you did what I told you, and you did what I need you to do next, and it was going to yield you an extra $15,000 to $2,000 a year, an extra $18,000 to $25,000 a year, would you challenge 150 people, yes or no? Or you can put $480,000 into some sort of account that will yield you 5%, and that will get you $24,000. This is a lot easier. Go challenge 150 people, but you got to say what I'm telling you to say. You got to run the system that I'm giving you, and you got to follow up the way I'm going to teach you to follow up. If you come back and say, I challenged 150 people, but I didn't do it the way you told me to, I didn't say the stuff you told me to say, I didn't run the system, that's not on me. That's on you. This is the pro tip. People that challenge 150 people, we consider them to be like a rock star challenger in our mind. These are rock star challengers. And a rockstar challenger, they make on average 7 times the amount of money. 7 times the amount of money as someone who doesn't challenge 150 people. So get out there, get it done, and do it as quickly as you can. So you got a schedule set. You've accepted the challenge. You've gone out there and challenged others. What's next? You got to follow up and invite. Just telling people about the challenge you've taken is not enough. See, the challenge hour that you have scheduled with your upline director and above, that hour, that's to follow up and invite with people that you've been challenging so you can invite them appropriately to your challenge party. This, guys, is where the rubber meets the road. This step right here is where people make money or people quit. I'll just hit you straight. If you do this part right and you don't care about the outcome of what people think or say, you're going to be in great shape and you're going to be very successful with us. So get that challenge hour scheduled, because this is where you're going to sit down with somebody and start following up, inviting, follow up, inviting. One of the things I can tell you is going Rockstar Challenger means nothing. Challenging 150 people means nothing, ... unless you follow up. You don't get paid to send out text messages. You get paid to follow up. There's an old saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. You got to follow up with people. Sometimes you got to follow up more than once. Sometimes it's 5 times. Sometimes it's 10 times. Well, Nick, how often do I follow up for? Until they tell you no, and then you follow up again a year later. So you were just always following up, because timing is different for people at different times. But at the end of the day, the fortune is in the follow-up. And I can also share with you, now you're getting on the phone with people. They've looked at your website. This is where rejection is inevitable. It is inevitable. And this is why most people quit at this step right here. Because we are trained as human beings to fear rejection. We're trained in school that if you get 59 out of 100 right, that you're a failure. If you got 59 out of 100 right in entrepreneurship, you are the richest human being to ever walk planet Earth, right? We're not trying to get 59 out of 100. We just want to get 1 right. That's it. I'm just like, give me 1. That's all I'm trying to do. And that's a big difference, guys. I mean, think about how we're taught in your job. If you got, if you're an engineer and you get a couple wrong, you're fired. If you're a doctor and you get 1 wrong, there's a lawsuit. Somebody dies. So entrepreneurship is not only different than most traditional careers, it's the exact what? Opposite. So you've been trained your entire life to have a mindset that is the opposite of an entrepreneur. We're here to teach you how to get the mindset of an entrepreneur and to understand that rejection is okay. They're not saying no to you. How many of you guys, this is a pretty universal career or job at any point, how many of you guys have ever been a waiter or waitress before, or a bartender or something like that? Okay, I want you to picture this for a moment. You're at the restaurant and you're walking from table to table and you got coffee. And you walk up to somebody and you're like, would you like some more coffee? No, thank you. Okay, I didn't expect that. Would you like some more coffee? Okay, I can do this. You can do this. Would you like some more coffee? Oh my goodness, this coffee thing does not work. Nobody wants coffee. I knew it wouldn't work. What was I thinking? I quit. I'm out of here. Why would I do this? If you saw somebody do that, or you did that, if you worked as a waiter or waitress or bartender or whatever, what would you think? This person is what? Crazy. Do you want some coffee? Yes or no? And guess what they do after this, after they talk to everyone? They go right back to the first person. Would you like some coffee? They are relentless in their pursuit. They don't care what the answer is. It's nothing personal. Some people want some coffee, some people don't. Who, what, cares? Same thing here. Some people want some challenge, want some challenge, want some challenge, want some challenge. Some people want it, some people don't. Who, what, cares? There's another old saying. It's called the SW rule. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Who cares? Let me ask you guys a question. If somebody needs a transformation, they need one, and they tell you no, Is that their problem or is that your problem? That's their problem. Maybe they've lost belief that they can succeed at it. Maybe they just don't want to, period, end of story. They're just, maybe, I don't know. But that's not your thing, that's their thing. I tell you this because there's going to be a lot of people that say no to the challenge, and that is okay. You only need some of them to say yes. This is why so few people are successful entrepreneurs in any career, because the average person hates rejection, so they quit and they go back into a world where they don't have to face it. A comfortable, cozy world. Working for someone who's willing to take risks and face rejection. So if you don't want to be the person reporting to the person that's willing to take risks and be an entrepreneur and face rejection, then you got to be willing to face it yourself. The good news is this is some shake and some cookies. I mean, what are we really talking about here? This is like, it's not the end of the world here. Now, deeper than that part is the entrepreneurial piece. 3% of people are entrepreneurs. The other 97% work for them in America. So the grand majority of everyone you know is not mentally prepared to talk about starting in business with you. And it's going to challenge the way they think. The first person that knew about the fact that I was going to join entrepreneurship was my dad. And before I could even open my mouth, he said, don't even think about it. Whatever it is, I don't care. You're not doing it. I said, well, I'm 18 now. He said, well, not underneath this roof. That was the first encounter. The first encounter. And it's not, guys, that they have a problem with you. It's not that they have a problem with what you're doing. It's not even that they have a problem with us. It's that they're uneducated. Be wary of the naked man who gives you the shirt off his back. Be wary of the naked man who offers you the shirt off his back. You might be thinking the naked man doesn't have a shirt. Exactly. Exactly. But everyone, you know what the biggest commodity is in the world? The largest commodity is in the world? The thing that everyone's got a whole lot of? Opinions. Oh, I've got an opinion for everything. Every time you accept someone else's opinion, you accept their way of life. That's big. And you got to evaluate, does this person have what I want in my time and financial aspect of my life? And if not, you may question that advice. So let's dive in and go through this step of follow up and invite. We're going to be follow up inviting to at least 25, as you know, hopefully a heck of a lot more, because we want to pack out your challenge party. Okay, guys, right now I'm going to bring up our Ambassador Jimmy Lee to help me with this section. Give a big round of applause, please. So Jimmy, step on up here. I'm going to pretend I'm calling Jimmy and I'm following up and inviting. Every single person I'm calling in this scenario, I've already sent them my video. I've already sent them my website. So let's do the first one. The first one's a yes. Hey, Jimmy, did you get a chance to see the link of that website I sent you about the challenge that I'm on?
Yes.
Fantastic. You need to check this thing out.
Sure thing.
That sentence right there is a critical sentence in your business. I would underline it. You need to check this out. You can use your own words. You really need to check this thing out. Holy cow, you got to look at this. Like something that's urgent. Something that says this is urgent. Okay? Now, if you were driving down the road and you saw something on your left-hand side that the person driving behind you who is a friend of yours needed to see, you'd call them up and say, stop what you're doing, look to the left, you need to check this out. And they'd be like, okay. But if you're like, hey, what are you doing right now? You know, you may want to, you might not want to. I know you're kind of busy driving and there's a good music station on, but if you think it might be okay with you and it's, you know, inside your comfort zone, if you'd like to turn your head to the left, there's something that possibly might be happening of interest and intrigue. That's just weird. But sometimes people, when they're new to this, they start calling people, start sounding real weird, right? I don't want you to be weird. I want you to be normal. Unless you being weird is normal for you, then be weird. Whatever's normal for you, okay? So we'll do this one all over again real quick. I'm calling Jimmy. Jimmy, did you get a chance to see the link to that website that I sent you about the challenge I'm on?
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, you have to check this thing out.
Okay.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm having a get-together. This is where you invite. I'm having a get-together at my house. It's going to be Sunday, 2 p.m. You can try the stuff. You can learn about it. You can meet some people. Can you come over from 2 to 3 on Sunday?
Sounds good.
Great. I'll see you there. So he was an easy one, right? You will have easy ones, and that's fine, but they're not the grand majority. He was a real hard one, right? So back on track. What I didn't teach you is what to say when you're inviting someone. And the reason I didn't teach you what to say when you're inviting someone is because you're going to invite your best friend differently than you're going to invite your coworker, differently than you're going to invite your brother. If he's my brother, my invitation would be like, listen, you're coming Sunday. I don't care what you're doing. No excuses. I will not buy you a birthday present if you don't show up, right? That might be the conversation. But if it's a coworker, it might be something different. You guys are intelligent people. You know how to invite someone to your house based on who they are in your life. Let's try the second example where he did not look at the website. Jimmy, did you get a chance to look at that website I shot you?
Not yet.
Okay, listen, I'm going to send it back to you. Take 5 minutes. Just go look at it now, and I'll call you back. Now, if he says he can't right now, that's fine. I'll call him back later. Like I said, you guys are smart people. You'll work through this. So I call him back in 5 minutes. Jimmy, did you look at that website, that challenge I'm on now?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. You've got to check out the rest of this thing, man. All I know is you got to check this thing out.
Sounds good.
Great. I'm having a get-together Sunday. Invite. Third example. A lot of people are going to say, what is it? Jimmy, did you get a chance to check out that link of that website I sent you about the challenge I'm on?
What is it?
Well, it's the #1 weight loss and fitness challenge in the world. I'm trying to lose some weight with it. You've got to check this out. I'm going to send it back to you. Look at it. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That's it. So the answer to the what is it is it's the #1 weight loss and fitness challenge in the world. And then right back to an action step, you got to check this out. Okay? You've got to check this out. And it's either a resend or it's an invite, depending when he said, what is it? Okay, how many of you guys know some people that, how many of you guys know that there's going to be some people that can't make it that day? Is that true? Yes. How many of you guys know there's going to be some people that cancel even though they said they're coming? Is that true? Yes. You need to book an appointment to go see them. This can actually work to your advantage. If I call Jimmy and he says, yes, tell me more, and I say, come over on Sunday, and he tells me he can't make it. Jimmy, tell me I can't make it.
I can't make it.
Okay, no problem. Well, today is Thursday. Do you have an hour on Friday or Saturday I can drop by your house?
Yes, I do.
Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
6 or 8?
6.
Great. You set the appointment, go see him. Go over there, make him a shake, play the video, hand him the shake. When you're done, call the person you're working with, hand him the phone. He might even get involved before Sunday even happens. It may work to your advantage, okay? Now, if he calls me and cancels, so it's Sunday, ring, ring, Jimmy's calling me. Jimmy, are you coming over tonight? Sunday, my challenge party.
No, I can't.
You canceling on me?
Yes, I am.
All right, buddy. Well, tomorrow's Monday and then Tuesday. Give me an hour that I can swing by your house. What day's better, Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
6 or 8?
8 o'clock.
I'm going to come see you. So when somebody cancels, the non-entrepreneur pouts. Oh, they canceled. Nobody likes me. This doesn't work. Blah, blah, blah. An entrepreneur books an appointment. Go see them. Okay? Go see them. Your calendar could be filled with people that you're going to see. Okay? Now, the second person that cancels, if they know each other, I'm going to send them to Jimmy's house and we're going to go sit down with all of us. So I might double it up. If he's, my best friend and it's my cousin who also knows him, I'll send my cousin to Jimmy's house. I'll sit down with both of them. So guys, you can get creative as this happens. Now, if they live out of town, how many of you guys know someone that lives out of town? Say, I do.
I do.
All you're going to do is you're going to invite them to a local challenge party in their area or invite them to watch the video. And then here's the big thing for all questions. You're going to get 1 million different questions. Literally 1 million different questions. I can't teach you 1 million answers, and nor would you want to know them because they won't even ask you all of them. It's going to be one to you, and they're different. But I can give you 2 variations of an answer that will handle all of them. So Jimmy, ask me the question, well, how does that BMW thing work?
How's the BMW thing work?
Great question. Get to my house on Sunday, and I promise you I will have all the answers for you when you get there. Can you just come over for an hour on Sunday?
Sounds good.
Great. Or I might say this. Ask me, what are all the ingredients of the shake?
What's in the shake?
Great question. Get to my house on Thursday. The person I'm working with that knows all the answers, they're going to be there too. I'll introduce you guys. You can ask them everything. Can you meet me there on Sunday, 2 o'clock?
Yes, I can.
That's it. How many of you guys feel like you can do this? Make some noise if you can do this, guys. This is all a possibility. There's no doubt that all of you guys can do this. Every answer that you're going to get is right here. Here's a pro tip. This is a big one. If somebody's ready now, Go take it to them now. If somebody's ready to sign up now, sign them up now. If Jimmy says to me on the phone, hey, I love this, what do I do next? Go ahead and say that, Jimmy.
Hey, I love this. What do I do next?
Well, come to my house next week and we'll go over some stuff. I'm not going to invite him a week later. If I get a I love this, what do I do next? I said, I'm going to grab the person I'm working with and we're going to go see him immediately. I don't care if it's tonight. The reason why is you could technically go sign up your first 3 before your challenge party even happened. Now, imagine your challenge party. The other 7 or 8 people are there. You're like, hey guys, welcome down, da-da-da. You go through the challenge party, and at the end you're like, oh, by the way, I've already made my first $700. It really works. Like, you've already got a story. So if you set those appointments, or if you go see the people that are ready now, you might already have some people signed up before your challenge party even happens. So that's it, guys, for step 4. Hey, do me a favor. Stand up and get this guy a big challenge. You challenge others. You followed up and invite. Simple so far? Yes or no? Yes. Step 5 is we need to enroll you into VET, via events and training. Here's your next things to do from a training perspective. You want to watch the extended GST immediately? Well, you've already done that one. You can check that off. Give yourselves a big round of applause, guys. Congratulations, step 1 done. After you download Challenge Mobile, I want you to download Vinet Pro. Vinet Pro is only for promoters. Challenge Mobile is for customers as well. Vinet Pro is your back office system. This is how you get to your reports from your phone. This is how you figure out how to, who to call, when to reach out to people, your quick reports. Vinet Pro, your whole software system on your computer and your mobile app is $29 a month. That's a Visalis $29 a month to run the software for your business. The next thing you want to do is subscribe to Vet Online. Vet Online is different than an event. You guys are here at an event right now. But what we do, guys, is we record all the best trainings from all across the world, and we upload them into a software that delivers it right to your phone. You have the ability to access this library, and there's hundreds and hundreds of trainings done by our millionaire mentors. And you guys have access to all of that content 24/7. Like, this is a library that is done by people that have made hundreds of millions of dollars over the last 10 years through Visalis. This is very important information. You want to register to your next upcoming events. There's probably a local success training here in your marketplace. You're going to want to find out about that. Or there's a regional success training that's going on sometime in the next month to couple months. And then lastly, there's a national success training. Now finally, you want to log on to our weekly vision call. There's one that's going to go down on Monday. There's the time and the phone number right there. You guys learned in the presentation that VET is organized and put together to develop people's skill set, to develop people's mindset, develop people's leadership. You have to be educated. This is your University of Entrepreneurs, or University of Entrepreneurship. Our company's goal with VETs is to create successful entrepreneurs. I can't do that if you don't show up. I can't do that if you don't log in. I can't do that if you're not on your app watching the videos. I told you guys earlier, entrepreneurship is for self-starters. We'll give you the system, online, offline, events, webinars, conference calls, you name it. But if you don't log in, there's nothing we can do. I can't dial the phone number for you. If you don't show up, there's nothing we can do. How many of you guys are required by your career to have ongoing education inside your career? How many of you guys are required by law to have ongoing education inside your career? Look at that. Well, I can't require you to do this, but I can't require you to be successful at this either. I can't require you to make money at this either. It's a pure desire thing. And all I can tell you guys is I've spent 17 years, I've spent easily $500,000 to $1 million personally to learn entrepreneurship at events, calls, seminars, you name it. And most people say, you are crazy. You spent $500,000, $1 million, it's turned into tens of millions. Most people spend $100,000 to go get an education for a degree that turns into $70,000 a year. I got a degree that turned into several $100,000 a month. Not a year, but a month. And that degree is priceless, and I got it from people that are successful entrepreneurs. We got over 50 millionaires here, with many more to come. And my ultimate goal for you is to be one of those vet millionaire mentors, where we're hearing your story. We're learning your content. We're hearing your training about how to make it. That's my ultimate goal for you. So I welcome you guys aboard. I hope you guys are ready to rock on all levels. You need to immediately get into action. Abraham Lincoln said, "Good things come to those who wait." That was a lie. That's not what he said. That's how lazy some people are. They decided, somewhere along the line, they decided to cut off the second half of the quote. It's not good things come to those who wait. He said, good things come to those who wait, but only what's left over from those who hustle. It's time to hustle. Find a person that you're working with, set your schedule, accept the challenge, and start challenging others right now. Welcome aboard. I'll see you at our next event. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time tonight. Thanks, guys.